Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the week of August 15th. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, as well as the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Also, the scammers are back, so do not get scammed. I do not offer personal readings, and I will not send you a message on any platform. Let's see what we have here for you. All right. We'll make sure everything's in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Okay. I think that's looking just about good enough to me. We'll take 3 of these oracle cards to clarify as we go along. Scorpio, energy on the bottom. You have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords represents, it's a good card in terms of like your business life. This person is presumably successful. They are authoritative. Most importantly, the King of Swords is somebody who will give you a fair shot. Okay, they will give you a fair shot. They will help you out, and they will help you get from point A to point B. If it's a quality of another person, they are sort of integrity. Integrity is an important attribute for the King of Swords. There's no like guessing with the King of Swords. They'll just kind of be a straight up person and say this is how it is. They'll level with you, if you will. And another way of looking at this is if this is a quality of yourself or even another person, but I'm thinking in this case, if it's a quality of yourself, it could mean that you are an expert in some area, like you could be a subject matter expert or something along those lines. So you actually have, Scorpio, you actually have 2 cards indicating like Libra energy with the King of Swords as well as the Justice card. Both very, very heavy sort of like scales, Libra type of energy here that could be showing up for you. Let's just go ahead and dive into it. In the overall situation, you have the Knight of Wands. So this middle card is important because it spills into the rest of the cards. And the Knight of Wands is a card you love to see. You know, it's been coming in for the collective recently. I'm almost done with these readings. But this card's been coming in a lot, and the Knight of Wands can mean many things. In fact, part of the definition of the Knight of Wands is that this is a person who can do many things. This is a classic maverick in the tarot. Okay, this is somebody who can kind of wear all the hats. They're a Swiss Army knife. They have a lot of interests. They have a lot of hobbies, talents, all of those sorts of things. This can also signify a trip or travel or a change in direction or a relocation. Like you might quite literally physically relocate when you get the Knight of Wands in a reading. So all of those things could be on the table here when you get this card. It's also just kind of exciting, right? There's exciting energy. Take a look at these wands, right? I mean, there's at least 3 wands cards here. I believe it's the predominant energy on the board. So wands is a suit of work, career, passion, inspiration. Those areas here are highlighted for you at this time. I think some of you are allowing that area of your life, the passion, the interest, the hobbies that you have, the creativity. I think you're allowing those areas of your life to lead you as you have this leadership energy here with the King of Swords on the bottom. Now, in the past, you have the 9 of Pentacles, you have the 6 of Swords, and you also have the 4 of Wands. So I see in the past year, you've been very interested in your independence. You've been very interested specifically like in your financial independence. That's been extremely important for you here because you have this 9 of Pentacles. This has been on your mind. The upper row is the row of your thoughts. If it's not about, like if you're already financially independent, then what this could talk about is some of you are thinking about your independence generally in life. Like maybe you need some space Maybe you need some breathing room away from your family or away from your significant other. Maybe you need some breathing room in the workplace. Maybe you need some breathing room just generally. Maybe you're looking to acquire some more independence in your life. The other thing about the Nine of Pentacles, it's really a great card. The other thing is, it's this idea of health is wealth, okay? And this person, like for this person, money's not really a problem. Okay, they have one hand on their money, but they also have one hand on their animal friend here. And this is the idea that you can't, I mean, you can put both hands on your money, but a more balanced approach would be to have one hand on your money and one hand in some other area of your life. And so it's like this idea of separating from an obsession on money. And this person doesn't really need to be obsessed with money because they are independent, right? And so that's just something that's coming to mind. I feel like I needed to take a moment to explain that. And I think that some of you are that's probably going to connect with you in some way here, Scorpio. Now you have this Six of Swords, which represents a transition. You actually have two major travel cards here. I don't know if that might be on the table for some of you with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Wands, or just the Six of Swords says that like perhaps you're kind of embracing a calmer energy. You're embracing a calmer side of yourself here. And yeah, you're making a transition to somewhere new. You have the Four of Wands as well below it. The Four of Wands represents structure, stability, foundations, achievements. It can also talk about marriage. And I do have to say, just to be clear, I think the marriage situation looks good here. Because you also have the Two of Cups in the future. You do have a surprise, but again, the Tower doesn't need to imply a negative surprise. It can just talk about a surprise. I think the marriage situation, I think the relationship situation looks fine. It's just possible that some of you may be coming, like reintroducing, or you may be introducing some new terms in the relationship, okay? Maybe you've been spending too much time together and it's like it's becoming a burden, or I don't know, that's just an example. Some of you may be, I don't think it's like Splitsville here, but I do think like maybe there are some new terms that you're introducing. In the current situation, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands, and you also have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is really somebody who's focused on attraction, okay? They are an attractive person. They are somebody who's associated with attraction. And when I say that, I don't mean just physically. I don't mean that in terms of looks. I also mean that in terms of manifestation. I mean that in terms of the law of attraction, being able to bring something into their life, but they must be authentic. Okay, that's the thing. They must, the sunflower is sort of like expression. And take a look, I think those are lions in the background. Of course, it's Leo season, right? And I think that this is about you authentically going after what you want at this time. And maybe you have a unique talent. Like maybe you're a world-class juggler, Maybe you do something unique. And I say that because you have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. That's like a unique self-expression that you're just simply unafraid to show off or unafraid to show to the world. And maybe it's just something that some people don't understand, but in not dimming your light, right, and allowing yourself to show what you truly are and what you truly love to do, you bring great things into your life. And being unequivocally you is very important at this time. You have the Four of Cups here as well. Four of Cups talks about, I think probably in this case, it talks about reflection. And you can kind of see that they're reflecting into the cup here. However, the thing about the Four of Cups that's always important to understand is that there is this alternative solution here. There's this alternative opportunity or path available to this person, but they need to be careful that they don't miss out. Okay, they need to be careful that they don't miss out here when you get the Four of Cups, because you could on one hand say that they're reflecting and relaxing, but on the other hand, you could also say that they are bored and apathetic. And so again, it depends on, glass half full, glass half empty. How do you want to look at it? I personally, if you've watched my readings before, I don't like the energy of boredom, because boredom's really, 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 really not helping you at this point in the timeline as a collective. There are so many things that we could be doing, but at any rate, I think this is more about reflecting on your talents and your unique gifts. In the future, you have the Justice card, the Two of Cups, and the Tower card. So we do see this surprise showing up here. I'll really want to get clarification on what this might be. So the Justice card can represent legal situations, Four of Wands, marriage. It's possible that you, especially if you're single, some of you could be finding a long-term marriage partner. I also think that it's possible that somebody might pop the question here, okay? Because you have lawyer energy, which marriage is a legal contract, with the King of Swords and the Justice card. And then you have this here with the Two of Cups, which for me, the Two of Cups is my favorite romance card in the tarot. It's like two souls having a deep connection in this lifetime. So it is possible that like, surprise, do you want to marry me type deal, something like that happens. It's also possible that you just find somebody, especially as you kind of take on this new vibration here that's in alignment with your, oftentimes, like for example, if you're single and you've been single for a long time, it's as simple as doing stuff that you enjoy doing. Like, maybe it's not Tinder or Hinge or whatever, OkCupid or whatever the apps are. Maybe it's like joining a book club, or like maybe joining an adult soccer league, or, like, I don't know, doing something that you love to do, and then bingo bango, there's the person, right? Something like that. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Let's go ahead and take a look at these clarifications. Now, if you're enjoying this reading, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right, so you have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. You have Carnanos, Life Force, express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. And then you have Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So I have like 3 favorite cards in this Oracle deck, and this is one of my favorite here, the Divine Director. And it's primarily because I've seen this card show up in my own life and also when I used to work with clients. This card comes forward when like you get schedule changes, like events just randomly align, things change in your life. It's typically very good. It's taking you to a new place. It is like divine intervention. Then you have this here with Carnanos. I will say, if you are looking, if you're single and you're ready to mingle, I will say, I try to keep it PG, but I think you know where I'm going here. I will say that, definitely could be meeting somebody here for sure. I also think that maybe there's like if you're happily married, or if you're married, there could be just like new agreements in the terms of your relationship, something like that here. And then you also have the Holy Amethyst card, which is move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. Again, if this is not about love at all for you, this is about going after your desires here with the Queen of Wands. Good energy for Scorpios. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in the tarot cards. You have the Chariot, you have the Hierophant, another card of marriage. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles again, and you have the 3 of Wands. All right, so 2 cards of marriage here with the 4 of Wands, the Hierophant, and then these 2 legal energies with the Justice and the King of Swords, as well as this Knight of Swords. Swords is the suit of legal contracts, legal energy, but the Knight of Swords is something that happens quickly, and maybe even something that like surprises you. Again, there is a surprise energy here showing up with the Tower and the Knight of Swords. I really don't feel like this is a negative surprise or a bad surprise. I think that this is something that's good because this reading is just overwhelmingly positive. The 3 of Wands represents growth and expansion in your life. I will say there could be a unique, okay, I'm just going to say this. I don't always bring this in, but some of you could have a unique marriage, okay? I will just say that. Or you could be entering into a unique partnership with the 3 energy here, with the 3 of Wands. That could certainly be the case. It's not going to be for everybody, but there's this energy of growth and expansion. If you're not here for love, this 9 of Pentacles card is very important because this is about you connecting with, you seeing the connection between your health and your wealth. Okay, this is the interlinking between those two parts of your life and the importance that they play in your life when you have the Nine of Pentacles twice. This is just something that I think is very much coming forward. The Hierophant's the card of Taurus. Taurus is about like earthly type of energies, physical type of energy, like some of you getting out in nature, going on hikes, connecting, or even just like, you know, just doing something that you really love to do, maybe working out, something like that here, and recognizing the importance of that. Chariot and the Page of Pentacles could be some good prospects in your life here in the past that have shown up for you. And yeah, definitely nice energy. So I love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. And I will see you in the next reading.